I am one of the co-founders and chief operating officer for the Stafford Boxing Club Incorporated, our nonprofit organization, which is a yearly mentoring program for at-risk youth in the community.
So we will be able to teach financial literacy, communication, discipline, decision making, as well as campaigning for a premium education.
These are the foundation for the Stafford Boxing Club, these 20 mentees in our program here at Panola Way Elementary School. 20 years from now, Stafford Boxing mentees will be known across the world.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's up?
What's up?
What's happening?
What's good?
I know it. I don't know what to say.
It's all good.
Because I just
hold up. Man, what's up, babe?
Nothing. I'm very excited today.
I'm excited too.
We have a special guest today. We're also going to be asking him about a boxing tournament that he had not too long ago.
Hold up, baby. You're giving up too much.
Oh, so I need to pump the brakes.
Pump
hot
your
boots.
Brakes, hot boots.
Pump them.
Pump your brakes.
The jam.
But you know what, baby?
Up.
The Stafford show the week before last, we were in
Nigeria.
No. We was in Malta. Last week we in Nigeria. This week we in
India.
So without further ado, we would like to introduce our special guest.
Yes.
Arif Khan, a boxing promoter from India.
Hey.
Hey guys, how are you?
Wonderful. We are so glad to have you on our show all the way from India. You're doing some very big time things.
First of all, what time is it in India?
It's 11:35 p.m.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's at night.
Yeah, we are completely opposite.
Wow. And you know what? He got great internet too. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just clear, strong. Man.
He's not new to this. He's true to this.
For sure.
He's in the game. He knows about it.
Well, brother, we appreciate you being on the Stafford Show. It's truly an honor to have you on the show. We know that you are a pioneer in the sport of boxing in India. And we want to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself and tell a little bit about yourself, sir.
So, first of all, thank you so much to have me on your show. It's an honor to be on your show from India. And India, I'm into sports industry in India. So I'm promoting boxing with the name The Punch Boxing. I'm into cricket leagues in India. So I run few cricket leagues in India with the name AIPS Cricket League. I'm into badminton league and I'm into table tennis league. So I'm completely 360-degree into sports only. So recently we had our the Punch Boxing 10th edition here in Kolkata at the Lalit Great Eastern Hotel. And before that, I have done around 9th edition in a different part of the country, where around fighters from at least 10 to 20 countries have already participated in the punch boxing. Yeah. So it's a growing sports in India, and we are happy to associate it with boxing and trying to make it one of the biggest sports in India. So working really hard for that. And I'm a managing director of Sports Oodles Private Limited. It's a company which runs all these sports leagues, the punch boxing, AIPS Cricket League, table tennis, and the badminton.
You know what? I'm not familiar with cricket, man. I mean, I see that it's very popular in India, but I didn't know that badminton is also popular in India.
Yes, very popular. Wow. We have Olympic medalists in badminton and in table tennis as well, yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Like here in the United States, they have like online betting. So do they have online betting for the badminton and cricket games as well?
Yeah, for cricket, there is online betting in India. But for boxing, table tennis, and other sports, football and cricket, they have online betting. But boxing still to be a part of betting industry from India. But yeah, some betting companies, they are taking interest in India. And actually, betting is not legal in India. But still, these betting companies, they are taking interest in India to get their content on their websites. So, Yeah.
You know what? It just hit me like, man, we talking to someone from India, man. Like it just,
It just hit you
yeah,
and you just
it
said
just
it.
hit me like it just, I don't know. Like lately, the Stafford Show has been on a roll, and to be able to have a conversation with you and to see the amazing things that you're doing in India, it just, I don't know, just mind blowing. It just hit me right then and there when you were speaking, and I was just like, man, we talking to this man. And so I was doing a little bit research, and I seen like in
16
2016, you hosted a female amateur boxing tournament.
national.
Yeah, can you talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit?
Yeah, so that was my first event. That was an amateur. I was appointed as the chairman of business and marketing in Haryana State Boxing Association. It's a powerhouse of boxing, this state. And then I got appointed as a business chairman of business and marketing in Indian Amateur Boxing Federation. So I saw that India, we have lots of world champions from India, like Mary Kom. She's like five-time national world champion. Recently, India hosted Women World Boxing Championship. So we got three world champions from there. So, and boxing is really big in USA and outside India. So I just wanted to create a bridge between amateur fighters and the professional boxing. So I thought to start the Punch Boxing or Professional Boxing series. So in 2016, I organized this Women National Boxing Championship where around 300 female fighters from India has participated, and the
Mm.
event was a 6 day long event, and all the state have participated, and it was a glamorous event. Like it was my first experience to organize to get associated with boxing. So after that, I researched a lot about like how boxing is that big outside India. What's the reason behind it? So I got to know that the professional boxing is something where Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali used to do, Floyd Mayweather, now Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is a very good friend. So then I thought that we should launch professional boxing in India, and we started our first show in 2018 with the Punch Boxing.
Wow, wow.
And someone said something. Can you read it?
Yeah, so what's his name? Harsh Gill. He said the punch boxing is the biggest lead in India, supporting Indian boxers to grow more.
Yeah, that's lovely. So Hertzgill is an Asian champion, a WBC Asian champion. He's our contract fighter, so he's associated with the punch boxing only. And we had his fight last night, like 2 days back. We had his fight on our platform, and now he's 10-0. And we
Oh,
Wow.
got some
wow.
amazing fighters on our card 2 days back. Female fight was there. Natlai Kima was there. He's the only Indian who has beaten Olympic gold medalist in minimum weight category. So there were some amazing fights.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. So is it kind of difficult to integrate women into the sport of boxing, like in terms of like, well, like India is a very dominant man country. And so I'm just kind of trying to get an understanding, like, how is it
No,
like the
no,
niche
it's
for
not
it?
like that. India got three Olympic medal till now, and two Olympic medal was won by women only. One
Gotcha.
was Vijender Singh, second was Mary Kom, and then
Okay.
Lonav Lina. So two female and one. Even in wrestling, I think the most Olympic medalists are women only. So
Wow.
women are really in power in Indian, like in
Wow.
Indian sports industry. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Man, baby, come on, ask the man something, man.
You just keep
Nah,
on.
I mean, the vibe
That
just
I know
there.
that,
Okay, go
but
ahead.
you
All right,
just
all
keep
right.
on. You
Okay,
just.
okay, 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 okay.
So, what are some challenges that you have faced in India when it comes to the boxing industry? Are there any challenges, and if so, how did you overcome them?
That's good.
Yeah, the biggest challenge is the audience, like, and the sponsorships. The ticket sales, media rights, all these, the revenue making stream are the biggest challenge. We have world champions, world international standard of boxing in India, but still, like, it's very challenging to get sponsors on board, to get ticket sales, and to get media rights. But yeah, we are working on it. It's growing very fast. Like, if you take 5 years back, we used to have only 3 or 4 shows in a year. In 2013, we are having already 80, 90 shows in a year now.
Wow.
And maybe in after 2, 3 years, we'll be having like 500 shows in a year. You never know. We are also planning our the Punch Arena, where we are planning every Saturday night fight night.
Every
On
Saturday?
Saturday?
Yeah, every Saturday.
Wow.
So it will be
Oh,
in-house, and we'll be inviting fighters from all over the world to fight in the
Male
Punch
and
box.
female.
Yes, yes, both, both. We always have female fighters on card.
Wow.
That's mandatory for us. It's like
see,
that.
I like that because we were talking about that. That here they don't have any. Well, sometimes they do, and they have. So let me just correct that.
Javante Davis is good
Yeah,
with
but
that.
Javante Davis, he's very good with that. But it's like selectively, they'll select to have a card with some female boxers on there. So I really like that. So pretty much, India is like a big support system. Like the whole country is like a big support system with what it is that you're doing and what you're accomplishing.
Yeah, see, we are the highest population in the world now. So once we have professional boxing on the cards, like fan following of this fighter, so it's very easy. India is the biggest market in the world. If you talk about cricket, cricket only 10 countries play cricket, but IPL, Indian Premier League, is the biggest sports property in the world now. So with this audience, once we have the fan following for our fighters, then I think boxing will be unstoppable in India. So maybe it will happen within a year or 2 years, or maybe 3 years.
Well, I think, just by listening to you and just seeing how articulate you are with your vision, and you have a strong infrastructure plan in place. I mean, you're going to be mentioned up there with the big dogs pretty soon in the sport of boxing, because you mentioned that India is the biggest population on the world, and so excuse me, in the world, and so like having that type of population and introducing a sport like boxing, it's just a matter of time before the whole country comes to it.
Yeah, I think the key is regularity. Like if you like in USA, you have fight nights every day, like multiple fight nights every day, small fight nights. So that's the plan, to give our fighters opportunity to fight regularly, like more regularly, to build up their record, to get the exposure with international fighters, to go for a training camp in different countries like USA, UK, for building up their endurance with a better sparring partner. So that's whole in a plan, like, but the regularity is a key, I think. So that's why that's the idea, to provide fight nights on a regular basis, and then these fighter will be very regular on their training skills and everything. So that's the idea.
So, how many female fighters and how many male fighters are you currently managing?
So we are managing right now. We are only managing one fighter, Harshdeep,
Okay.
but we invite fighters from the different states, and on every fight night we usually have 2 or 3 women fights. Like this time we had only one. There was this girl Gargichel. She's an international medalist, international gold medalist, and versus MC from Mizoram. So fight was really good, and we'll be upbringing the challenge between these fighters, and we'll be inviting international fighters for the next show. That's the plan, to invite fighters from 5 to 7 countries, which who have good audience in their own country and who will fight the best fighters from India. So I think then Indian audience will be encouraging, once it is a flag versus flag, Indian flag versus different Thailand, if Indian flag versus USA, Indian flag versus UK. So that's the idea.
Yeah, I like the fact that how you thinking on a global platform. Like your mind is just like you thinking about flags. And me and Sheila, we was talking last week. We had a guest from Nigeria, and one of the things that she said, that she not only wanted to fight for her mother and her sister, but she also said that she wanted to fight for her country. So I, I I hear that a lot
Yeah.
in fighters from different parts of the world. I don't really much hear that in the US. Certain people talk about that, but like people in Africa, not, just all over the world, they have a more passionate love for their country. So that gives them an extra motivation to excel in the boxing ring or any type of sports that they're involved in.
Yeah, that's because all these athletes, they have an emotional connection with their country's flag, and they are getting lots of support in amateur sports from Indian government. But since there is a professional sports is there in cricket, in boxing, and everything, they get an opportunity to fight for their country like regularly. Like even if somebody is not a national gold medalist in amateur, but still he can build himself and come up again in a professional boxing. Though that's a opportunity for these fighters, and they feel very proud to to take their flag on an international standard, that they're representing their country. So I think that's the idea. Flag plays a very important role, like in athletes' life.
Oh, Harsh Gill said, "Thank you so much, Mr. Arif Khan, supporting such talent and promoting world class boxing." You know, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, everything that you're saying, your tone and your pitch, your mannerism, and all that. And many of the things that I see that you will bring to the sport of boxing is honesty, integrity, and character. It's so much stuff going on in this boxing industry, and it's just really shameful for what's going on. So, how will you continue on bringing what you're bringing to the light in the sport of boxing?
So, like that was my idea. Like, if we start managing lots of fighters, so that will, I think, will become selfish to get them win always. So that's why I don't manage more fighters. I'm always I'm with a single fighter, and I always try to build a competitive matchmaking. So whoever wins, the best talent must win. So that's my idea. So either it's Indian, international, from US, from UK, from Canada, from Nigeria, from Tanzania, from Thailand, anywhere. The best talent must win. So that's the idea. Then only we can grow this audience in India, and people will start liking it. Once we have easy fights for Indian fighter, I think that's not our idea to do that. So we'll be always, we want to grow boxing. So athletes will automatically, they'll grow.
Well, one of the things that came to my mind when you was talking, and it seems to be a problem here in boxing currently, is the drug testing. Like a lot of these professional athletes are taking enhancement drugs to perform better in the boxing ring. So, as you introducing the sport of boxing in India, what type of infrastructure are you a part of, or
That's a good question.
or do you plan to incorporate to make sure that the athletes, are, natural, not taking any type of performance enhancement drugs?
Very good question. So there is this Indian Boxing Council, the Boxing Commission of India. So they are taking good care of this, and they are always guiding us that that we should take care that athletes. So we have these medical tests one day before for all the boxers, like dope test and everything. So to make sure that nobody is taking any, um, like this performance enhance stuff and everything. So right now there's a medical team is there to do all this stuff, and we'll be encouraging this a lot in coming future. We'll maybe tie up with some agencies who are really expert in this. Like I think there are few agencies in the world like they are expert in doing all this stuff. So we'll be contacting all these agencies to join hand with us and take care of our fighters and the real fights, not in performance enhanced drugs and everything.
So, what other type of networks are you currently in negotiation with? What I mean by that, like in order to really expand the sport of boxing in India, connecting with different networks in different countries to expose what you're doing in your country can really take this to a whole nother level. So my question to you is like, are you in negotiation with any other networks to expand the sport of boxing in India?
Yeah, so we have this agency with us, MWS Promotion. So they are dealing on this on our behalf, and we are selling and highlights to this KOTV Weekly. So they are UK based. They are always buying our highlights and everything. And so MWS Promotion, they are negotiating to the different networks outside India, to promote Indian talent outside India. So our quality, even we got approached by this WBC into live TV. I think they are also they have launched this WBC TV. So they're also approaching us to. So I think this is a slowly it will grow. Like it will take little time, but yeah, we are in talking terms with few networks, and we are in talking terms with the casinos as well to live stream our events in a different countries. So I think we are. I am personally working on that to sell a live stream to these casinos. So I think the fan engagement will be more. So that's the idea.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So in the United States, Philadelphia is considered the mecca of boxing, right? So they said if you want to if you want to test your fight out, bring them to Philadelphia. And also in Philadelphia, they have a lot of boxing gyms. So I want to ask you, how many boxing gyms are in India, and are there any boxing gyms in development? And if so, who is behind those developments?
So in India, yes, we have lots of boxing gyms, but they're all training amateur fighters right now.
Okay.
Only amateur fighters. So professional boxing is growing very slowly, but there are lots of like in every district we have lots of boxing gyms, and all these senior boxers they're running their boxing gym only. And we in one academy in one gym we usually have 300, 400 boxers training. So due to
And this
high
is just
population,
amateur?
yeah, amateur, yeah.
Okay.
So right now we have amateur boxing gyms in India. I think professional only one or two, and we are also planning to start a professional boxing gym to invite international coaches to India to give advice to our fighters that these are the rounds like 8 round fight, 10 round fight, 12 round fights to give them good technique to train and to build their staminas and all. So we are also working on that. The punch gym will be there in future very soon.
Good, good. Maybe you want to say something?
Just keep on going.
No,
You can keep on going. Go ahead. Ask
no,
another. Go ahead. Go
no, no,
ahead.
no, no,
You
no.
just flow and just go ahead.
No.
I'll jump in. Go ahead.
Okay, so diet is very important to a boxer, right? And so each country have different types of food and so forth. Like one thing about India is that they are known for their spices, right?
Yeah.
And so um, a diet can either make a fighter or it can break a fighter or an athlete. So, what is the ideal diet for a boxer in India?
So Indian boxers, like spices, they with spices they have good immunity. Spices are very good for immunity. You don't fall ill like regularly. Plus, Indian fighters they are very fond of meat. They're meat lovers, and plus they are into this dry fruits. So I keep talking to my fighters. They always tell me like we are eating this, we are eating this. So yeah, so I think meat and dry fruits they're the main focus of Indian fighters.
Mm, okay.
Okay, so I know that you're a promoter, but you were also talking about matchmaking. So you matchmake too?
Yeah, last show I did my matchmaking for the first time, and it was pretty good. I got appreciation from Indian Boxing Council that this is the best fight card we have ever put on the punch boxing. So yeah, I am trying to understand the matchmaking thing to create a 50-50 fight always. I don't want to put any easy fight for single fighter, so I always try to make 50-50 fight. The sport should win. That's my idea. The boxing as a sport should win. People should enjoy and they should follow their favorite fighter for the long term. It should be not like that they saw a fighter winning and then the fighter disappeared. So I think the 50-50 fight gives chance to both the fighter to perform well, and even if one fighter lose the fight, he try again very for example, there is a fighter Yugender Tambar. So he got knocked out in my previous show, like last to last show. And this event, he made a knockout in 39 seconds. So he trained really hard after that, and his comeback was very good, very good. So I think 50-50 fights give fighters opportunity to fight back again. I think that's the idea to for the matchmaking. That's my idea to always give equal opportunity to both fighters.
Okay, so we get what you're and understand what you say about the 50-50, but how do you match the fighters?
That's a
Like,
good
how do
question.
you know how to do it, and what are you looking for?
That's a good question.
So I take a look on their amateur careers first, because in India we have lots of amateur fighters. So we usually look on if they're state medalists, district medalists, or national medalists. And if they're national medalists, are they gold medalists, silver medalists, bronze medalists? We will try to match equal accomplished that they have already gone like won in amateur fighting, and how regular they are on their training. So that's how we do matchmaking for our new fighters. Plus, if professional, obviously their record, weight, and everything, like their past fight record, like who's the opponent in their past, are they fighting really good opponents or not? If they're fighting their good opponents, then yes, we take equally fighter to fight them. So that's the idea.
Cool.
So, okay, so as a promoter, how many fighters do you have, and what would your suggestion be for, well, you really can't say that because some, well, how many fighters do you actually have who you are promoting?
So I am promoting very less fighters, but I am in connect with 5,000 fighters from India, like who are state medalists and national medalists. So we have a data from amateur boxing who wants to turn pro, but obviously in one show we can't get opportunity to all of them. But slowly we are bringing them in professional boxing. So I am in touch with around 5,000 fighters under me when I used to be in amateur thing. But in professional, I'm managing around I'm promoting around 10 to 12 fighters, but managing only one fighter.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's big time. So
Yeah, because I had to simplify my question because I was going to make it too enlarged, but I got it.
good job. So Arif, I wanted to ask you. So in the U.S., sometimes the judges be corrupt, right? And I don't mean to ruffle nobody feathers or anything like that because we never know down the road we may have to cross that bridge and deal with these people about the judges. But I just want to know, how are you going to make sure that the integrity of the scorecard for the boxing matches will be fair and accurate?
Good question.
So Indian Boxing Council, they are very reliable, and the background is very reliable from amateur boxing as well. The president used to be a secretary of Indian amateur boxing for 12 years. They have represented India in Olympics. Our doctor is Olympic. Our supervisor is Olympic. So we have this facility for these fighters that if fighter doesn't think that the decision is right, so he can raise a objection soon after that fight. So there is a facility. So all these referee judges, the different referee judges will look at that fight again, the video, and then they'll make a decision. So that's a facility that Indian fighters already have. So I think that opened the door for a fighter to raise an objection and see if things are not good or right.
Oh
And that would
wow.
go the same. Would that go be the same for referees as well?
Yes. It happens like in one of the show that the decision was not good, so that referee got suspended after that. So
Oh,
when the
okay.
Oh,
fighter raised objection, so it's very strict from IBC. Yeah, we appreciate them for that, and we always take their support and to manage our fights, like to do officiating in our events. So this is very honest organization from India.
I like
I
that.
like
I
that
think
too.
honesty and loyalty, character goes a long way, and that's what's missing. And I love that too. Because I watched a little bit of the Usyk fight, and they were saying that the referee made a bad call. Now, for me, it looked like he got punched in the stomach in one of his organs, but the referee called that he got hit too
Below the
low
belt.
below the belt. So that's why I was asking, because some of those calls from those referees lately, they've been very questionable.
Yeah, but here, like, there is a procedure for everything. Like, if fighter thinks that the decision is not good, he can raise an objection. And this happened like around 2 years back. This happened. The fighter he raised an objection. The other referee judges watched the fight, and that fighter who gave a wrong, that referee who gave a wrong decision got suspended.
You
So
are so passionate about everything that you do, but what made you to decide to be a promoter, a boxing promoter?
Yeah, so I was into cricket basically. So I wanted to start something in cricket. But somehow I got, I belong to Haryana only, which is the powerhouse of boxing. So I went to watch this state championship over there, and I liked the concept. I was like, this is something like in cricket, you're watching in the audience, cricketers are playing in the ground. Like cricket is like something like baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So so when I watched this fight very closely, like sitting next to the ring, so I was like, this is something different and we can promote. Then I started my research in boxing and I got to know that boxing is one of the highest revenue making sports for athletes in the world.
Wait,
When I
wait. Say that again.
like highest revenue making sports for athletes for like boxers, like Floyd Mayweather, their purse money is like huge, like
Wow. Wow.
so that so that's why I did this research and everything. 2016, I think Floyd Mayweather got paid around 180 million, something like that.
Mm.
So then thought that we have international talent in India. So why not connect this professional boxing with Indian boxers so we can perform on a larger scale in USA, in UK, and maybe in Saudi, Dubai, and maybe very soon India will be the largest scale stage for international boxers to coming India to fight in India.
So I wanted to ask you a question, Arif. So in the US, we have the WBC,
The WBO,
the WB,
the WBA.
BA, the IB, the IBF. So, what boxing, I guess, federation or organization does a fighter obtains a belt from? So, if they have a major professional fight, is it? I mean, what equals to like the WBC belt in India?
Yeah, so even this time we hosted WBC India title. We have India title, and in our past events, so that's a WBC belt for us, Asian.
Ooh,
So
ooh,
this
hey,
belt belongs
ooh, that thing look good. Ooh, that thing look good, boy. Ooh, man, that thing look good. Man,
Yeah,
that
so
thing look good.
this belt belong to Hertzkill only. He's an WBC Asian champion. So we host. We This is our third time to host WBC title in India, and we other promoters has already hosted WBA, WBO, IBF titles in India. Already, it is hosted in India. So we are getting connected with the international organization and bringing them notice. So WBC recently launched India title now in every weight category. So this time we had India title, and very soon maybe we'll host world title for an Indian fighter.
Oh
Let's see.
wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You know, with you saying the weight, how many weight categories do you have for the women?
Um, Weight categories for women, I think 10. 10
Okay.
weight categories. Like, I'm not sure on that, but I think 10.
So, how many minutes per round? Do you go three or two?
No, 3 minutes per round.
Oh, three for the women?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
They do 2 minutes in the United States for the women.
Oh no, it's equal. Like for women also, it's 3 rounds in India.
Hey, listen.
Wow.
All you folks in the US, we need 3 minutes. The
I
women been
know.
campaigning for 3 minutes.
Yes.
You can't even
Yes,
break a
yes, of
sweat in
course.
2 minutes.
Yes, we have to create a bridge between India and USA to exchange talent.
Oh man.
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
Hey, folks are going to be wanting to come to India now.
So let me ask you a question. In the United States, when they fight these major super fights, these pay-per-view fights, right? They might have like 20,000, 30,000 seat arena. What arena does India have to host these type of fights for professional fighters? And also, I guess you was telling me about the professional is not as popular as the amateur right now in India. So if you having all these amateur fights, where are the fights being held at?
In stadium only, in arenas only, like 20,000 seating arena.
What?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, but tickets are not that high price. It's very low. Like
Okay,
ticket prices are very low.
for amateur.
Yeah, for professional, I think only once or twice this happened in a bigger area, a bigger arena like 20, 25,000. But usually it's happened in smaller arenas. But yeah, we will get there. We have arenas like these kind of arenas with a 20,000, 30,000 sitting capacity, or I think more than that as well. So we have sports infrastructure. We have really good sports infrastructure in India. But I think the fan base for boxing need to be like increase in coming years.
Yeah,
Well, I think India has the perfect person in you
I know that's right.
to make this
So much.
sport very popular and
Yes.
familiar. And
Even make some changes within the sport industry,
I'm
like
telling you,
here around the world.
hey, yo, Arif, I want to tell you, man, it's truly an honor because I'm sitting here and I'm seeing it in the vision, like you. When it's all said and done, your legacy is going to change the whole landscape of boxing.
It's like he's past Eddie Hearn, like Eddie Hearn, how he is in the UK, and
It's
how he's just
he,
starting to come a
yeah,
little bit in the United States,
you,
even though he has a tough time with the other promoters. But he's like, I
yeah,
see, like
yeah.
surpassed like
He,
Eddie
he,
Hearn.
he, he getting there. He
Yeah.
getting there. But as far as
But that's
cricket
not but
goes,
that's not putting
no,
anybody
no, no,
down.
no.
That's
As far as cricket goes,
yeah, he got that
he
on
A1.
lock.
Yeah, he A1. He A1. So
Yeah.
now what he's doing is that he's paved. Well, he's trailblazing.
Yeah.
And one of the things about a trailblazer is that there is no blueprint. So
Yeah,
what you're doing is, just building a blueprint for generations to follow. And man, you got me excited. I want to come to India now.
But you know what? I want
please.
to ask you something. How is your day? Like,
That's a good
I want
question.
to know, how are you able to get done what you want to get done?
So there is a. I'll start with there is a saying if you can run, run. If you can't run, walk. If you
Oh,
Mm,
can't
that's
walk,
that Martin
crawl.
Luther King.
Just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward every time. So what I'm trying to do, I'm taking just these baby steps, and the idea is to connect the corporates, the big corporates of India. Like right now, we are hosting fight nights in hotels. So we are dealing with these hotels to be a venue partner for these fight nights. So
Mm.
at least these corporates, they are getting into sports of boxing. So that's the idea. So then we invite like casinos. We are planning to host fight nights in casinos. So these casinos will get engaged in boxing. We invite all the casino owners to our boxing event, and they watch the fight and they get really excited. Oh, this is a sport we have never thought about. This is something unique. This is something. So they have not Indian audience. They have not experienced boxing in such a way. So we try to give them that experience that they will get associated with boxing in future. So that's my idea. So every baby step, we make around 100 people to get associated with boxing in coming future.
mm.
I
So it
like
will, the cake, the audience, the team will get broader and broader every time we host the Punch Boxing Night. So team gets bigger every time, every time. So that's the idea.
so Arif, we know that you are a leader, but a leader is only good as the team that he has around him. So who consists of your team to help you
Mm.
be in a
I like
position to
that.
make the power moves that you're making?
So I have learned my boxing organizing a fight night from Mr. Rakesh Thagran. He used to be a general secretary of Haryana State Boxing Association. Under his guidance, I did this the Women National Championship. So from there, I have learned okay, we have to organize a boxing night, a boxing show, a boxing tournament like that. So that was my first experience, like handling 300 boxers, 200 officials for 8 days. Then professional boxing is just for like one day, 1 or 2 days. So this is very easy for me then, like inviting 20 boxers, having 10 bouts. So that's the experience I got from him. And there is one person, Mr. Ramesh Sasdeva. He's the chairman of Delhi Cricket Association. So he's into cricket. So, but I got him for boxing. And then you join me for boxing thing. And then there is Indian Boxing Council. They're also very supporting. They're always guiding us that this is the rules, regulation. Follow this. Enhance your shows like this. So we always follow all. So this is a baby step. We are getting there. And till now, I can proudly say that we organize one of the best fight nights in India.
Wow. So one more thing. So the people who host the Stafford Show, Talking Fight, me and my wife, we were having a conversation, and I think that after we get off air, they want to connect with you because they see an opportunity to connect because they're located and based in Canada, and so you based in India. And I believe that you guys are kind of similar in what y'all trying to do with the sport of boxing, which is expand in different territories. And you mentioned about casinos, and that's something that they're trying to do as well. So I think that the both of you guys can collaborate with each other and possibly create a business opportunity out of this.
Yeah, team will get bigger again. Like so, every time like we got connected with you, it's an honor to be connection to be in touch with you guys. And I think we are team now. Maybe future we'll be together for future fight nights and talking fight. So yeah, the cake and the team gets bigger every time. So once we have all the people on board with us associating with the Indian boxing, I think Indian boxing will rise with a very rapid speed.
Hey, listen, baby,
Yeah.
man, listen. Nigeria,
Yeah.
Malta,
Mm-hmm.
now India.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Arif, you made me want to come to India, man, for real, man. Because
Please, please,
like
be
what
our guest.
one of the things that I admire about the Indian culture is that y'all are very savvy when it comes to technology.
Mm.
So when I see the internet and see how smooth it is, it's kind of like you in the United States. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, but your internet is flawless. I mean, it's not uh, sketchy
Not
or anything. It's just smooth. It's like Cisco, the human network. It's just like every time you move, it's like a TV. It's no like, so you guys are amazing when it comes to technology. What is it about technology that India excels at?
so yeah, we are doing like Indian company Reliance Jio. They are doing really huge things in technology in India to bringing the best internet they can provide. We got 5G, and I think we are working for 6G as well.
Y'all
So
got
technology
60?
is good. Yeah, yeah. They already. I think they already started working on that for 6G.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, Indian people they are very smart in technology, and let's see like to how to connect technology with the sports of boxing. So
Mm-hmm.
you just gave me some new idea. Now I'll search for technical guys to connect technology with boxing as much as we can.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I'm one of these self-educated guys. Like I read a lot of books. I don't watch TV. I do surf the internet a lot because I like information.
Yeah,
But I'm a very disciplined person, and so I try to really invest in my mind. So I was doing some research one time, and I came across a passage where it says the mind, the brain, is the most important muscle in the human anatomy, and if you
yeah,
train it very well, it can outlast the physical aspect of your body, which changes over time. And so I just want to be a very sharp person. I was talking to one of my good friends this past weekend, and he asked me about a couple of books that I was reading, and I was like, "Man, I really don't like sharing my diet. That I really, what I mean? I don't like sharing it." And it's because I'm a competitor. Like I
yeah.
want to always have an edge over someone, and the reason why I'm like that is because I play sports and you always want to have a competitive edge over your competitors. And so now it has shifted from the physical aspect to now I'm into like books, whatever, good books that got good information. I want it. I want it. I just,
Same
because
here.
I want to be the best. That's just
Yes,
me.
I
I
think
have I have one more question. I wanted to ask you about your negotiations when you have to negotiate. When you're negotiating for your fighter, how can you explain the process of that when you're doing that?
yeah. So our fighters like in India, they're kind of new to professional boxing, so they are building their record, and we get lots of offer from international. Recently, one of our fighter went to Canada. He got paid around like 15,000 USD. So for Hershgill, we got a offer of around like 40,000 USD, and so we are getting these opportunities from international market because our fighters' qualities are good, fights qualities are good, our organizing a show quality are good. We are getting a negotiation offer from broadcaster from KOTV Weekly, so they are offering us. So yeah, but in India, professional boxing fight purse is very less right now. It's very less. So, but yeah, not for more days. Like very soon, it will be, I think, the biggest. So that's an idea. But these corporate guys, once they come on board, I think then we can negotiate a really good fight purse for our fighters
Oh
and for
yeah.
our team content as well.
For real.
It ain't nothing like them corporate dollars.
Yeah. See, everything revolve around the audience.
Yes.
So since we have the largest population, just my idea is just to convert this largest opportunity, like largest population, into audience. That's it. Once we have audience, we'll have pay-per-view revenues, we have gate revenues,
Right.
the
Yep.
fighters are getting paid. So that's the idea, like to increase the fan engagement. That's it. That's my idea. I'm working on
Yeah.
that. The fan engagement,
Yes.
like people are into Bollywood actors, Hollywood actors, movies, and all. I think I'm just trying to convince them that this is real. This boxing is real. So, and we are happy, and we are hopefully like we are already successful in many ways to convert many people to like start liking boxing as a sports. So people who have never seen sports like boxing sports in the past, now they're following our boxers on social media. Everything they're asking, oh, when this fighter is fighting again, we have to come. We have to. The people are flying from different cities to watch these fight. I got like around 50 guests fighting, flying from different cities to watch
Mm.
this fight. So I think this makes me really happy. In our first show, it was all local audience. Then now we are getting around 50 people flying from different cities to watch this show. Very soon we'll have like 5,000 people, 20,000 people to fly from different cities and plus local to watch their fight the gate revenues or maybe online. Next edition we are planning in in Mizoram. So Mizoram is also the hub of boxing, and you will see 5,000 people inside arena for our
Mm.
next fight. That's 100% sure within 2 months.
Wow. Hey, listen, Arif, I was looking at your chair, man. That's a real nice good leather chair you got, man. That's a boss chair you sitting in, man. That's a nice
Yeah,
chair, man.
this is my favorite chair.
Hey, man. Oh, man. You had it custom made?
Yeah, but no, not custom made, but yeah, I got it like from I researched a lot for this chair,
Man,
so
it's real
designer chair.
nice. It's real nice. I like it.
Thank you.
Um, I wanted to ask you one more question, and it kind of went away. So when it's all said and done in the sport of boxing, as it relates, excuse me, when it's all said and done for you, what is it that you would like to contribute to the sport of boxing in India? Oh, I know. I'm actually after this. After this.
So, like, I just want Indian athletes to take professional boxing as their main career.
Mm,
Like from their childhood, they right now they're preparing for amateur. I want upcoming fighters from their childhood to prepare for professional boxing and making their living from professional boxing and understanding the sports, the business of sports. And I wish we'll have lots of promoters. Like I wish to have like fight nights every Saturday. Fight night there should be around 50, 70 fight nights across India, and I think that's how we can make regional champions, local champions, and local audience for these fighters. And when these fighters will represent India in international market, they will get some good bucks, and from India as well. So that's my vision to prepare youngest guys to directly prepare for professional boxing as their main career, as a main career option.
that's good. That's good. So with that being said, will there be like a retirement fund for the for the boxers after they finish fighting? Because a lot of times in the U.S., when boxers finish fighting and they don't have like good financial literacy information, the money that they made during their professional boxing career kind of dwindles away, and that they have nothing in return, and so they don't have like a governing body that say, okay, part of your salary or part of the purse from that boxing match goes to the retirement fund, so that when the fighters get a little bit older, they have like some, a retirement fund that they can, contribute to their lifestyle.
That's a very good idea, and definitely I'll start working on it very soon. Like this, we'll implement this idea with Indian government, 110%. We already convincing Indian government to provide government jobs to our professional fighters if they win Asian title, if they win world title in coming years. So we are already in touch with Indian government to provide them a government security. A government job is a security for fighter after when they retire, they get salary every month after their retirement. So we are already working with Indian government to do something like that. There is one case in Mizoram that one boxer from Mizoram, he won youth world title. So that state gave this fighter a government job. Like so, he's secure for whole his life. If he's fighting or not fighting, he'll be getting salaries and working with government. So yes, we are building this opportunity to upcoming fighters, upcoming champions as well.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Hey, look, Arif, since you've been having conversation with me, you've been coming up with a lot of ideas that I've been giving you, man. So don't forget about me now, okay?
You are in a hub of boxing, like the mecca of boxing, and I can say you understand boxing more than us, and it's always pleasure to speak someone from that background and to learn something from you. So, like you, I'm always ready to learn something new.
Man, I
So
love
whatever
that.
you're saying, I'm listening it very carefully and trying to apply that in our future events and the future our journey, whatever vision, what a journey we are planning. So these points definitely stuck in my mind now, and I'll definitely start working on it from the very next day.
But check this out though. The same thing that you thinking about me is the
I was
same
just gonna
thing
say
I'm thinking
that
about
because y'all
you.
have
Yeah.
similarities.
Yep.
Y'all
Yep.
have some
You see what I'm saying?
similarities.
Because I'm a student of life. I'm always learning.
Same,
Like I didn't
same.
pick up something from you. I ain't gonna tell you, but I didn't picked up something from you that I'm gonna implement. Like one of the things that I'm gonna get me a chair like that, man. That chair right there.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. It's big, it's spacious, it turn, it has like it's unique. Like you're not gonna find a chair like that. And yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the other thing that I like about you, Arif, is that you are a likable person. And that's very critical when you trying to start new relationships in business. As you know, business is about relationships, right?
Yeah.
And if the first perception of that person on the other side of the table, like, man, I don't know if this person gonna be a person of character, or this person doesn't listen, oh, this person talks too much, oh, this person is arrogant. You have a very humble and welcoming spirit that you made this interview go to a whole nother level. Like you was you was pulling questions out of me that I didn't even have planned, but because of who you are, and I'm seeing the person on the screen, it activated those jewels within me to be able to display that today. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. There is one more saying like when we talk, we only talk what we know. When we listen, we get to know what we don't know. So it's
Woo!
always listening. I think listening is a power. Listening to someone
Woo!
else is a power.
I
Yeah.
like
I
that.
love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, listen, we're about to go, but we want to say thank you so much for taking time out. It's about 12 a.m. now in India. So I know you got a lot on your schedule for the upcoming day, and rest is definitely important. So I want to give you an opportunity to leave some encouraging words to our viewers, to our supporters, and also we definitely would like to interview one of your fighters that you are managing to come on the Stafford show as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, guys, and just give you love to the punch boxing. and follow our fighters. And very soon you will see world champions from India. That's our plan. And we'll have one of our fighter on board very soon to re-interview uh, with you. And all the best, guys. And thank you so much to allow us to be on your show and the Punch Boxing. And yeah, let's keep working out together. Let's
For
make it
sure.
big.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stafford Boxing, the making of champions. Let's go.
Yeah.